Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brad, and today I want to talk about the criminal mindset. People that are just average civilians really have a hard time understanding the full depth of the criminal mindset. And I think now more than ever, it's like super important that we all start to get how criminals actually think, and it's actually going to help you in a number of different ways, including dating, including in your business relationships. There's a certain percentage, and I think it's a sliding scale, right? So I think that, you have a low-level criminal who maybe conspires and thinks about taking a pack of gum from the store one time. He does it, he feels bad about it, and maybe he or she goes back and gives back the gum and then leaves $1 as tip because they realize, you know what, I got away with it, but it didn't feel very good afterwards. They have empathy, they have a conscience, they know that it's not right and they're hurting other people by stealing. So that's the very low end of the criminal spectrum. That's really actually where I am. I've done things in the past that I've not been proud of, and I felt bad about it, and I actually made attempts to repay it, and there's some I haven't fully repaid, but I want to repay all my debts. Mostly I do my best there by just being a good person and helping people and going out of my way to help people and not doing any of that shit as best as I can. Now you have people in the middle who, that when you get away with something and you do something wrong, whether it's cheating on your wife or your girlfriend or your, or your boyfriend or whatever, your girl, or you're stealing some money. You steal like $1,000 from a friend and they don't know about it. You get away with it. You even help them look for the money and you get like a thrill out of it and you just keep doing it. That's somebody that's like in the middle, but also like, it's wrong and like, you feel kind of bad about it, but you're more on the side of like, oh, I got away with it and I like the high that I got from getting away with it. Then maybe 75%, if we're going from like, one end of the most mild cases of criminal mindsets to the most extreme, the people like Mao Zedong or Hillary Clinton or the Clinton Foundation or Joe Biden or Fauci or Hunter Biden or, Stalin or any of these people, and, Antifa would be like somewhere around there. It really is a mental disorder. And the people that I know that are in Antifa, like I have family that's in Antifa, right? They've been criminals for their whole lives. They've had very little empathy. They've always been gross. They've always been this weird, it's like a genetic thing or something. But anyway, let me get to so, then I guess the next level above that would be people like BLM, Antifa, socialists, brown shirts, Leninists, people that are the useful idiots that go around, like the feminists, some of these teachers that, just destroy lives. They just live to process and destroy lives. The people that go and burn down businesses, destroy statues, and behind the scenes they're getting paid to do it because they think that they are going to get power, and they just love to see you grovel and feel bad and see your business burned and see you be hurt. And they really enjoy it. And they just do it and they worship it and they get high and they have sex and they live in this decadent lifestyle of just committing crime and living in filth and whatever. Those people are high up on the criminal mindset. People like ghetto trash. Yeah, that's right. People drug dealers that live in the projects, they take money from the government, they have Mercedes, they have expensive shoes, they don't ever work. All they do is just deliver packages and collect welfare from people. They've murdered people, they've kidnapped, they've tortured people, they have multiple kids with different women, and they never pay child support even though they have it, and they beat their wives. They just hurt more and more people. Really, that's what it is, I guess. Is like the more criminal minded you are, the more you feel obligated to hurt other people and you feel no remorse about it. So some of the top people, I wanted to tie this in. I wanted to make, actually, I'm going to make one other point before I tie this into today's politics. The point is that normal people that are on the lower end of that, they have empathy. They have a really hard time projecting, you project your goodness. Like if you're a good person and you really try to do things as a good person, you aspire to be a good person. You really, even when there's temptation there, you try to be a good person. Sometimes we all fail, but in reality, you really do try your best to be a good person. It's like top of your mind. Like that's a good person. You know, you turn your will over to God. You know that you're, ultimately you are, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, and you want to actually just, get the download from God or whatever of what the right thing is to do, His will, not mine. Thy will be done. Show me the way. That type of stuff, and really try to live that as best you can. There's a tendency to just project that goodness on other people. Like you want to assume the best about people, and the problem with that is, though, is that there's a percentage of our population, like Biden and Hillary and Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein and Mao Zedong and this Xi Jinping commie piece of shit, that are literally putting hundreds of millions of people in death camps, having their organs harvested, shipping children and people across borders to be raped and murdered and have their organs harvested, ruin people's lives. The Democrats that are in Congress right now, that are this Pelosi and Schumer, that are literally preventing stimulus package for out-of-work Americans, and people are starving. They're not having enough food in this country. I'm not even talking about third world country. They don't have enough food, but they live in mansions, and they live in this decadence, and they know what they're doing because they're criminals. They're criminal-minded, and they don't care about hurting you, and they don't care about hurting lots of other people, and that is the definition of a criminal mind. It's all about them. And you watch these videos. For instance, I was watching a video of this guy. I watched a documentary on Jeffrey Epstein, convicted pedophile. So don't tell me that this shit isn't real. Even our own milquetoast, pussy-ass, weak courts still managed to actually get Jeffrey Epstein a little bit of jail time. I know you who smoked a bowl on the street that one time. You had to be locked up, and you had to do community service. And the second time you got caught for something, like having an argument with your girlfriend, called the cops on you, you went to federal jail, and you served 10 years in federal jail, and a lot of those people died in jail. Jeffrey Epstein, he's fine, right? So you see these interviews with him, no remorse, zero remorse. He actually is offended that you're bringing him in after he's raped and destroyed the innocence of how many young girls and boys, after he's probably been involved with drug running and fraudster-like activities of, inflating, different stocks and businesses that are based on nothing, and fundraising and VC and all this bullshit financier shit that people on Wall Street are doing. That's absolute nonsense. Destroying lives, just destroying lives. Wall Street people, huge criminals, people that take all this money and they know that the business is not real. They're VCs, angel investments. They're putting money into a business that doesn't have any value, but they're simply hyping it up, and they have control of all the news organizations and the media, and then the average Joe's like, oh, this looks like a good investment. Let's put, I know I only have a couple thousand in the bank, but I paid off my rent. I just got my bonus. So I'm going to invest in this, and maybe I'll double my money, because that's what they're saying in the Wall Street Journal. They put their money into it. They know, the financiers and the people on Wall Street know it's all bullshit. That's what Jordan Belfort went to jail for, right? But he just got a slap on the wrist. He just went to a white-collar prison. Dude is a criminal. Now, he apologized. He's turned his life around and stuff, but he was a criminal, and he even admitted it. So they're preying on average people, and they don't care about what happens to them. The problem that we have is that we project our own goodness onto them. I can't tell you how many times, like, I'll bring it like a personal thing. There are members of my family that I've tried my fucking best to just be nice to them, and I've made mistakes in the past. I've apologized. I've offered them, places to stay. I've offered to go and protect them. I've offered what I've got, man. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just an average online business owner, okay? I'm an average online dating coach, okay? I'm good at what I do, but I'm not a fucking multimillionaire. I offered what I could. You know how many times they've, like, openly offered anything? This person in particular, like, 2 times. And the amount of money that they I'm not going to get into specifics. All I'm going to say is that there are people out there that are literally criminal. They're criminal-minded. They don't mind. I mean, think about this whole narcissistic movement of BLM and Antifa. They're lower down. They don't even realize. They have the mentality of a full criminal. They don't mind standing in traffic and blocking a highway. I mean, it's like a thing. It's like a cute thing to do. You know, when you're done listening to some absolutely degenerate rap music that talks about bitches ain't like Snoop Dogg the other day, right? He comes out, Snoop Dogg, I think he's been arrested quite a few times. I think he even served some jail time. He's got a song called Bitches Ain't Shit, but Hoes and Tricks. You might have heard of it. It's pretty catchy. I definitely listen to it, rap along to it. I train to it. Gets me fired up, for sure. I love rap music, honestly, like I do. Well, let's be real, dude. That he's rapping about some seriously degenerate, sexist, racist shit, and then he has the nerve to come and tell us how racist and sexist we are. So all these people are listening to this shit, they're getting drunk and high, living this decadent lifestyle protected by the media, and then they go and block a highway, they block ambulances, they're rooting for police to die, they're rooting for white people to die. They vandalize people's property. They murder people with impunity. They don't ever get charged in court. And they just keep doing it. And they don't feel bad about it. They're like, yeah, it's awesome. I love when white conservatives die. And I love when white people die. And they also have the mental illness of, like, it is a mental illness. But the highest order of these people are actually not like that at all. They're actually far, far more deviant. They probably are eating the cleanest foods, and you know they're eating and drinking very healthy food and water, and the best supplements, the best real medical care, and they're very well educated, and they know exactly what they're doing, but they're using that knowledge not to empower you. And this is really the difference. It's like what I try to do, and I think what good people try to do, is they're not withholding anything. The occult, the Freemasonry, the secret societies, the Talmud, all this stuff is about obscuring the knowledge, the ancient, important knowledge that will actually help you. That's bad. That means that you have to be in that group to have knowledge that'll help you. And that's what these people are. They have all this secret knowledge of how to manipulate currency. It's like George Soros. And then they come out in the open and say, yeah, there's an interview with George Soros. He's like, yes, the happiest days of my life was going with my stepfather and going and seizing the property from Jews. And then the interviewer's like, what? He's like, aren't you Jewish? He's like, yes, I am Jewish. It was what we do. And the interviewer's like, did you have any moral feeling? He's like, not at all. I felt good about it. He felt good. Look, dude, I've done some things, and after I've done them, I felt really fucking bad. The idea of going to somebody's house with their family, and they're all crying and taking their stuff, and it's not like, you're talking about like some Taliban terrorist who, is making IEDs to kill innocent civilians, and you have to go and take that guy away from his family. That's justified. You're talking about just taking property from innocent people, which, by the way, Antifa and BLM, they're like, oh, we don't believe in private property. That's what socialism and communism is founded on. They don't believe in fucking private property. So your property is now the property of the state, aka they, the brown shirts, the useful idiots, get to come into your house, take your shit, shut your speech down, and that's fine with them. They love it. They love it. They love it. Now, that's some criminal shit. I think people right now are waking up to the idea that the unthinkable is real. That their government and that their people that they never expected would be criminals are criminals. They're doing things that if you and I did them, we would be put away for the rest of our lives. Even 1/1000th of it would be put away for the rest of our fucking lives. So that's the thing. That's the point I want to make. Is just we have to really begin to stop projecting our goodness on other people that are clearly showing us with their actions that they're not. That they're actually doing things that are extremely criminal. And the good people that are just good, normal people, they just sweep it under the rug because they don't want to look at it. But that's how it grows. That's how these criminal enterprises grow. And it will come to affect you. It will. It already is affecting you. If you're just going along and you're not speaking out against it, you're not starting to take some preparations for becoming self-sufficient, you're just asking for them to come and have even more control of your life and make your life even worse while they get richer. That's always what happens in every communist society that has ever existed. They have, look at North Korea, perfect example. You have this decadent, fat slob ruling over a starving population where there's no free speech, there's no free thought. You will be disappeared and taken to concentration re-education camps if you talk about any dissenting words against the great Kim Jong-il, this fat little Asian goblin man who looks like a fucking ball with a Hitler fucking haircut. This little fucking haircut. This guy wouldn't stand a goddamn chance in a real physical war. No, he has to have protection to do that, and he inherited everything he had. He never worked for anything. It's decadence at its highest level, and then they beat the people down, and they control them, and they use them as just pawns. They're psycho. Who would want to live in a world like that? Who would want to live in a world where everyone is just so far below you, you can just do whatever you want, and just that's it. Oh, you can just do whatever you want, and there's all these suffering, sad people around you? Are you fucking kidding me? What person in their right mind would enjoy that? Imagine being Joe Biden right now. The guy has literally been involved with many criminal activities, and we probably don't even know. It's just probably about the percentage of coronavirus mortality rate, like 0.0001% of his crimes in his nearly 50 years in power. The guy is dripping with just disgusting energy. His son gets caught smoking crack in photos that we can all see now, and emails are released about pay for play, and he's getting all these millions of dollars. Wouldn't you like to have some of that money right about now? He's making deals with communist China, who released COVID-19 into the world, and they're like, oh, no, China's an ally, China's good, America bad, Trump bad, white supremacy bad, but China, oh, we love China, oh, I suck Asian dicky all day, yes, I get on my knees for you, Kim Jong-un, I get on my knees for you, Xi Jinping. It's fucking pathetic, dude. And they're below Xi Jinping. They're doing deals with Xi Jinping. Biden's a fucking idiot, okay? Like, he's not the mastermind here. The Clintons are the mastermind, Obama, the CIA, the deep state. They have some smart people. Biden is just it's a joke. But the people that are running the show know full fucking well that COVID-19 was created in a Wuhan virology lab. It is not a natural virus. It is a chimera virus that was created and funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What is it? The NIH. Fauci is on the NIH there. Remember, he is involved with the production of the drug that he also funded the development of the virus for. And we're just all like, whatever though, keep wearing the mask. Dude, you shouldn't be wearing the mask. You should be getting pissed off, and you should be taking some fucking action. Because again, the issue is what I'm talking about. It's you're projecting your goodness onto someone that is a criminal on the highest level. I mean, Epstein was known to have raped and trafficked and murdered a lot of young girls at the very least. Probably way more than that. If we look at Alefantis's fucking Instagram and you see all the babies and you see the commentary and you see all the coincidences that are going on with the Clintons and Obama traveling there and the paintings of Podestas who also go there and the paintings and the artwork of like children being raped and murdered and chimera human beings that are like half animal, half human, cuddling up to children. Sick shit. It's all on my blog too. Unbelievable. Unbe-fucking-lievable. And they just get away with it. They get away with it. That's the thing that is so unbelievable, and the only reason that they get away with it is because there isn't this great mass awakening of people. If people would actually stop being such followers and little bitches, and they would actually just read the writings that the WHO puts out, that the UN puts out, that Gates puts out, that Fauci puts out, you would see the big criminal everything. But people don't read. They teach you basically not to read. If you did read and you did investigate some of these things, you would be so pissed. And you would know that the way that we broke free from tyranny and our founding fathers, who were really smart and set up this nation because they escaped the tyranny of the Brits, they said, we're going to have the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech, which now is non-existent in this country on digital platforms or outside. Sort of. It's not totally eliminated outside, but if I said, and I was wearing a Trump hat in New York City, you better believe that I'd get in at least one fight today. There would be some dumb liberal or some enraged person of color coming up to me and calling me a racist. And I'm like, oh really? You don't think that Biden is a racist? Didn't Trump just put forth a plan called the Platinum Plan, specifically designed to funnel in $500 billion to black, specifically owned black businesses? When was the last time you had a plan rolled out for you guys like that from Hillary Clinton or Obama, the black president that we just elected, that I voted for? So that's an aside. You've got to stop assuming. You got to know evil when you see it. That's it. That's it. And see it for what it is. It's hard for me because when I even when I look at, I can sit here and watch a video of Hillary Clinton lying about all of her crimes in front of Congress, smiling and laughing and thinking it's all a big joke, and then going and getting billions and billions and billions of dollars, while we all get screwed, while I get screwed by censorship, and I get screwed by taxes and regulation, having to pay for insurance and having to pay for this, paying outrageous amounts of money for rent, and then I have to lose my clients because they shut down the city for a bullshit virus that they're all in on. It's just, it really is enraging, and it should be enraging to you as well. I think everyone is mutually enraged, but the thing is that you've got to stop thinking that it's just gonna somehow get better. No, it gets better with you. You make it better. You speak out. The next person that tells you to wear a mask, tell them to take their face diaper, roll it into a little ball, and shove it up their fucking ass. Put out information. Maybe someone will listen to the information and then tell somebody else. 99 people will probably ignore it. They'll probably call you racist for bringing up the fact that hundreds of millions of people are now in extreme poverty due to the lockdowns globally. And the mortality rate of the virus has it is such magnitudes lower than the economic and mental, physical, spiritual, cyclical damage that it's doing by locking us all in our houses and ruining the businesses and the economies and the countries that we've got and love. So, 99 people will call me racist, And they'll be like, you're racist for talking about black people starving and that you care about them. And I'm like, yeah. And then I just block him, and I'm just like, you're an idiot, you know. Enjoy being a slave. Like, just, you know what, just go lock yourself in your dog kennel, and I'll tell you what, you can pay me $50 in taxes, and I'll come by and I'll throw you a fucking nugget of chicken every day. Does that sound good to you? And they'd be like, oh my god, fuck yeah. Dr. Fauci says it's good. Woo! He throws a pitch. It goes literally 90 degrees. You know, home base is there, about 15, 20 yards down. Fauci comes out, fucking little demon man, comes on out with his little fucking arms, and he throws the worst pitch straight off to the left you've ever seen. And everybody's like, Fauci, you're a fucking genius, man. I know that you flip-flopped on masks. I know you flip-flopped on lockdowns like 50 times. I know that you gave bad information about the virus that you patented, that there's a visible money trail from your bank account to the Wuhan virology lab where it emerged. No warning from you. No nothing, because you ain't on it. But all these dumb fucking white chicks are like, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, Fauci! He's our savior, man. He's making us wear a face diaper. We love the face diaper. No. The guy's a criminal, okay? Okay, ladies? So if you want to follow somebody, follow me, because I'm actually trying to fucking save you. This guy is he's in bed with the enemy. He is the enemy. All these people that are trying to destroy the economy, and they're doing it, are the enemy. You're not going to have like this great fucking life under socialism. You idiot. The fact that people still are voting for Democrats is so disturbing to me, it's not even funny. You want socialism, do you? Do you want socialism? Take a look at any fucking country where socialism has existed. It doesn't ever work. But oh no, that's what we want. We just want to be accepted and approved, even though we're total fucking idiots. Yes, you are a total fucking idiot. You're a cuck, you're a weak man, you're a pussy, and you're so desperate for women's approval and other people's approval that you're going to go along with socialism, which is thinly veiled communism. Oh, woo! Hammer and sickles are cool, man. Dude, no, they're not. So, you know, you don't see people wearing swastikas, do you? Well, there were more people that died under communism. And Nazis were national, you know what they called themselves? National Socialist Party. National Socialist Party. Democratic socialists like Bernie Sanders and AOC are idiots. They're literal, absolute idiots. And they get some money, they get some power, and they're like, we can't wait to destroy our own country. Dude, you live in it. How stupid do you have to be to destroy your own country? You're like, well, we need a change, and I just feel like communism's the fucking answer. It's a lie. I mean, what they're really doing is they think that they're going to get power. But dude, you're going to be ruling over shit. You're going to be like, and you're not going to be the one ruling. Like, it doesn't work like that. They don't have some big working government. It turns into a dictatorship where there's like one person, and then they have a military around them, and then it's like in the fucking concentration camps. You had some Jews that would turn on their own people, and they became the capos, and they would go around and beat and murder and rape their fellow Jews, their ex-neighbors, their own family. They would just murder them all so they could get an extra piece of bread. I would probably just kill myself. If you ask me to go and beat up people I love and take their shit, or die, just fucking kill me. Because I'm not gonna do it. Okay? That's it. So, anyway, that was a long rant, but I feel like it's an important thing to talk about, alright? Hope you guys have a good day. They're probably gonna ban my shit because it's too much truth going on over here. You did a little too much reading. There's too much conspiracy theories going on over here. You need to watch some CNN, bro, that's where we get the real facts. Mainstream media doesn't say it. I don't fucking believe it. Holocaust didn't happen. Communism is great. My fucking fat lesbian teacher told me so. So it's true. And my girlfriend will get mad at me if I say I like Trump. So communism is awesome, bro. You can go fuck yourself. No, you can go fuck yourself, okay? If you want to check out my shit, go to bradholiday.com, get on the email list. I'm rebuilding my own platform, so I don't have to rely on platforms that are so clearly biased for a party of criminals, Black Lives Matter Antifa, presidential candidate with a crack-smoking son that's taking bribes, quid pro quo deals from Communist Chinese Party, Ukraine. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But they'll censor a conservative voice. Get the fuck out of here, you little bitch. I mean, seriously. All these CEOs, Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg, have all been to Epstein Island. They've all been to Epstein Island. They're all involved with this shit. They're criminals just all the same. Because if you watch somebody trafficking humans and hanging out with little girls and boys and you don't say anything, you're a piece of shit too. You may not be doing it, but even if you are not actively trying to expose it when it's happening, guess what? That's called aiding and abetting. That's called, if I'm in a car with a drug dealer with a gun and I'm in the car and we get pulled over and he has shit on him, guess who's getting arrested too? Me. You know, he may flip on me, whatever. It's still, you're guilty by association. These CEOs, they're just, they can just go visit Epstein. Woo-hoo! Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Fauci, Gates. How people are not furious at the fact that Bill Gates has come out and said, well, I just feel that we should have multiple vaccines that get people sick, and I also am a eugenicist on record, and I also think that there's just too many people. There's too many people in the world, and we're going to need to, reduce the population by, at least 15% in the next 10 years. And, did I tell you that I've got this cool pink shirt and I talk like a total fruit? So it's okay, you're going to take the shot. You're going to take the shot now, Bill Gates. I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. Why are you not pissed at that? It's because you're projecting goodness onto him. You think that, he's just trying to help. No, he's trying to literally depopulate the earth like some type of literal James Bond villain. You almost have to laugh at it, but it's not funny. Because it's actually rolling out, and it's been rolled out for a long time, and we're getting normalization is occurring where people just love their mask. That doesn't work, and they love being locked down. They just love it. It's like a fucking, what's the name of that psychiatric illness where Stockholm syndrome, where you love your abusers. You just love them. Yeah, they rape you, and yeah, they beat you. But I don't know, they got something. They know what they're talking about somehow. I just love that guy. I love getting raped and beaten by that guy. I don't, okay? I can tell what he's doing. I've kind of always had a rebellious spirit. And it's like, fuck that, okay? That's what you all need to say too. Fuck that. There will be new leaders that emerge, and hold them accountable. Make sure that they're serving you. That's your job. You gotta lead too a little bit. You gotta hold the leaders accountable. Hey, what are you doing for us lately? Like Congress and the Senate and all these fucking supposed legislative branches and checks and balances. Where's the action, guys? We need to investigate to really make sure that Jack Dorsey has really allowed censorship of Trump's campaign. Kayleigh McEnany got her account blocked, and I know conservatives have been talking about how they've been getting banned for literally just supporting the goddamn duly elected president of the United States in this fucking country. But, we really just need to check into this, and they deserve due process. Yeah? What about all of us? I wonder what you're hiding, Where's the fucking action, Barr? Where's the action, Ted Cruz? I don't see what more you need to really fucking have. The guy literally has emails of his son saying that they're putting together deals. It's right there. You don't need a big process for that. When the police smell some weed in your car, They go and they pull you over and they take you to jail. But this isn't enough to take this asshole to jail? This whole fucking corrupt system? Bullshit. So, this is the point. Just, you want to politically get involved, maybe tell a couple of friends, and maybe, start to get prepared. Because either way, unless Trump he does the Insurrection Act and rounds up these assholes, and maybe this is all just 5-dimensional chess to get every one of these fucking deep state pieces of shit to expose themselves completely, and then round them on up, and then hang them publicly, we're kind of fucked. Do you realize that? If Trump's in on it too, you realize how fucked we are? We're kind of fucked at that point. You better have some type of way to sustain yourself and avoid getting that bullshit vaccine that's going to kill you and lower your intelligence, and it's an RNA vaccine that's going to probably give you cancer or some type of sickness, and they're rolling out 5G, because we need faster phones. Amazes me that people are like, well, 5G, 5G's already been out, so it's okay that it's coming out. It's fine. I don't mind living in a microwave. That's, it's going to happen anyway, so you might as well just die. Just go home and die. And I love my new iPhone. Dude, what the fuck, dude? No. Just no. Like, that's the main thing. David Icke talks about that a lot. Power of no. No, I'm not taking 5G. I'm not taking your shot. And I'm not going to allow you to destroy the country that I love. It's not perfect, but god damn it, it is my fucking country, and you commies better go fucking stop. So that's about it. Alright guys, Merry Christmas. Check out my blog, bradholiday.com.